Hi, and welcome back to MyExcelOnline.com. Today we are going to go over some tips for using Power Query inside of Microsoft Excel. If you want to learn more about Microsoft Excel and Office, join our Academy online course and access more than 1,000 video training tutorials so that you can advance your level and get the promotions, pay raises, or new jobs. The link to join our Academy online course is in the description. Today we are going to show you how to meld data from different data sources all into one central location, and also do calculations based on that data that will change every time you import new data to your table. So what exactly is Power Query? Well, Power Query is a way to link to other data sources. Now you can do this inside of Microsoft Excel, but you can also use Power Query inside of other applications that Microsoft has put out. But what kind of data sources can I link to inside of Excel? Well, let's go over here and go up to the Data tab and go over here to Get Data. And you can see that there are an awful lot of options here. If I go to From File, I can access data from an Excel workbook, a text file or a CSV, and from XML, and even from a PDF. If I go over here to From Database, some of my data options here are SQL Server, Microsoft Access. If I go down here from Azure, I have some options from Power Platform and other sources as well. And in the other sources, you can see a table range, or you can also see from an ODBC database. The point is, you just have lots of options inside of Power Query where you can access your data. And Power Query is available in Microsoft Excel 2016 and later. But for today, what I want to show you is how I can access my data from another Excel file. But I don't want to do just one Excel file. I want to do multiple Excel files and merge them all together. So let me show you what I mean. If I go to File, Open, and then I hit Browse, I'm going to navigate to this folder where I've created several files that have the same structure, but they have data for different months. So right here, I can see in January, I have some of my personal finance data, and I also have it for February here. So let's just look at the January one so you know what we're working with. This is just a very basic budget spreadsheet. I have the date of the transaction, the store I went to, the amount I spent, and the category. So if I go to File, Open, and I open the February one, I can see that it's the same thing, just the dates here are February instead of being January. So I'm going to close both of those, and I'm going to start accessing Power Query for both of those files. So if I go back to Data, and I go down here to Get Data from File, instead of selecting from Excel Workbook, I'm going to go down here to From Folder. If you are liking this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell button to get notified when we release our weekly videos. And then I'm going to select the folder that I just showed you, my sample data folder, and hit Open. Now a wizard will be brought up, and I can see that the wizard can already see both of my files right here. I'm going to hit Combine down here, and then I'm going to select Combine and Load. And then I'm going to select Data because my data is always found on a tab called Data in these workbooks. And then I'm going to say OK. And I can see now that I have some data in a table over here. And right here I can see February 2023. It's coming from that file, and here are all of my records from that file. But if I go down to here, I can see that the source changes to January. So once I have my data in here, what I would like to do is now open up Power Query. I'm going to go up to Data, go over here to Get Data, and go down here to Launch Power Query Editor. And I can see that my data has been brought into Power Query Editor. So one thing I would like to do is I would like to know what quarter my transaction has happened. And I would like that quarter to always be updated every time I put new data in here. So I'm going to go up here to Add Column, and I'm going to add a custom column. And for the name, I'm just going to highlight this and call it Quarter. And the quarter is based on a function down here, and the function I'm going to use today is called date.quarter of year. So it will take a while to know what the options are for your functions here, but you can see that it has that IntelliSense because when I hit the period right here, I got a lot of options. So let's just scroll down and I'm going to pick quarter of year, and I'm going to put a left parenthesis and double click date right here and close the parenthesis and say OK. And now I can see that the quarter has been inserted into my data. So hopefully you can see how you can do this with any kind of function you want to use based on your data set that you have. So for now, I'm going to close this and I'm going to keep my changes. And I can see that the new quarter column has appeared over here. And if I scroll down, I can see I have February and January data here. But let me show you something really cool because we picked that folder option. If I go back down here to my File Explorer, one level up, I also have my March data. So I'm just going to click and drag my March data into my sample data folder. Let me double click that again so you can see that March is now in here. So if I close this, see I have February, then January, then the end. If I go up to data and go to refresh all, I can scroll down and see that I also have March at the bottom. And not only that, but look, the quarter has been calculated over here as well. So whatever I put inside a Power Query will be calculated as soon as I append new data to this table right here. If I open up my file for January, and let's just take my first record right here. I'm just going to make this 4-1 and save this. And then I'm going to close that and go up to data and go to refresh all. If I scroll down, I can see this one record right here. Now that I put 4-1 in, look, the quarter has changed to the second quarter. So hopefully that shows you how you can do live data changes and then have them be reflected inside of your spreadsheet just by going up to data and going to refresh all. One more thing I want to show you. If I go over here to sheet 1 and I go up to insert and I go to pivot table, if I choose my range over here and go back to my sample data, let's just select this whole thing, click this button and say OK. Let's just drag the quarter down to the rows, the category over to the columns, and the amount to get a sum. And now I can see, because I changed that 4-1 date on here, that my pivot table has an option for the second quarter. But let's open up that January file again and change this date back to 1-1, save it, and close. If I go up to data and I go to refresh all, if I click back on sample data, I can see this record down here has been changed back to quarter 1. But on my pivot table, I do need to right click and go to refresh. And I can see that that amount has gone back into quarter 1. So I do need to refresh my data, and I also do need to refresh my pivot table to reflect any of those changes. So it is like a double refresh. Just wanted to let you know. If you look back at your data set, I'm sure there's other calculations you would like to do that you would like to retain every time you import a new data set. So just remember, to get to that, you can go over to Data, Get Data, and go to Launch Power Query Editor. And you can add more columns to your data, and you can do the calculations that you wish. So hopefully that gives you a good introduction to using Power Query to append all of your data together in one place. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and we'll get back to you. Thanks for watching, and see you again next time. If you want to learn more about Microsoft Excel and Office, join our Academy online course and access more than 1,000 video training tutorials so that you can advance your level and get the promotions, pay raises, or new jobs. The link to join our Academy online course is in the description.
If you like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you're really serious about advancing your Microsoft Excel skills so you can stand out from the crowd and get the jobs, promotions and pay rises that you deserve, then click up here and join our Academy online course today.